I will expose you for who you are and what you've done. I promise you, everybody will know what you've done.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Really? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
Okay, welcome back, guys. So this is the summary for episode 5 season 3 of the Abattoir movie. For those of you who haven't watched episode 5, you can just listen to the summary, and for those of you who have watched also, here is a summary for you. So episode 5 was started with Martin Sawyer, meeting his father, Chief General Sawyer, at the registrar's office, and things got heated up. So basically things are meant to get heated up because for you not seeing your father for over 20 years, and he's been seeing him in his dreams. He's been seeing him. The father has been torturing him through the third dimension until Martins actually conquered him through the power of Jesus. When Martins gave all efforts to God, all battles to God, and God actually fought for him, he actually won. But now his temper has caused a lot of problem again. Seeing his father over 20 years, I know he should get angry and vexed over what his father had done. So he should have just used that opportunity to comfort his father and preach Jesus to him. But the bitterness of what the father has done to him for over 20 years, has still been there. And then Martins got angry. He got heated up with his father. They spoke to each other, and he left angrily and almost broke the registrar's head after leaving the office. Here's what happened.
Since you kicked me out of the house almost 20 years ago, this will be the first time that I will set my eyes on you physically.
I know.
Yet, you sent a prostitute to ruin my life. You locked me up in jail. You appeared to me in the spirit realm. You turned me to a madman. Okay, so what do you want from me now? You want to initiate me?
No. I'm rather here to be initiated by you.
What do you mean?
I am the heart of the secret seer. I am the first in rank, holder of the secret seer.
That is not...
A position I bought with blood.
That is not a...
Nobody in the realm had more authority and power than I did.
That is none of my business. I don't need this. I don't need this.
I rode on the third dimension to call you to myself. You answered by fire. Martins, you have powers. I need those powers.
It's always about powers for you, right? You've not changed. It's always about powers for you.
They are after our lives.
No! They're after your life. You've ruined people. You've wasted lives, and now you want a way out.
I deserve a way out.
There is no way out for the wicked.
Tomorrow may be too late for me, son.
I don't have the strength to give you what you are looking for. You've taken away a lot of people's tomorrow. The tears that you shed today won't bring back the lives that you've wasted yesterday.
Martins!
Yeah, as you can see, this was actually very interesting. I also like the aspect when Martins almost broke the registrar's head, throwing a mug at him.
What am I talking about? Really? What am I talking about?
I actually feel the mug was supposed to hit that registrar's head because that registrar's head is a very, very wicked man, and now he's craving for more power, thinking Martins is in the secret code because of the way his father was. Basically, Martins was very angry. He lost his temper. His temper was so crazy. So what do you guys think? Should Martins have gotten heated up at the moment? Should he have just left all powers to God for him, all the battles to God for God to fight for him? Because I feel sometimes every human being can lose it at a point when when we get hungry, and I feel maybe Martins lost it and just had to do something he felt he needed to do. So basically, Martins landed in prison.
What's going on?
Are you Mr. Martins?
Yes, I'm Mr. Martins.
Sir, you have to follow us to the station.
What's happening in the station? What are you talking about?
You assaulted the principal officer of this institution, the registrar.
And the registrar was crazy. He had to go and talk to the press. He explained that Martins was mentally ill, and then Martins needed help, and then he said people should not listen to whatever he had to say.
Never been assaulted, violated, or humiliated like I was by that ungrateful riffraff, that empty scum, that idiotic pedophile. Yes, I will expose him for who he is. Martins Sawyer came to my office and assaulted me. He threw a mug at me. He grabbed my clothes. He grabbed me, roughed me up. I was warned about his mental health, but I refused to pay attention. I discarded the information, and now it has bounced back on me. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, please pay no attention to any nonsense that may come forth from Martin Sawyer henceforth. You know, a mental patient can speak or say any nonsense at any time.
He knows that Martins has gotten all the secrets in his from them, but though Martins made a mistake, like I said earlier in my review of episode 4, they should have had a recorded version of these things. But I don't know, based on what happened, we could also see that the inspector of police, the policewoman who was in charge of finding Dele for Mr. Adegbola, went back to the registrar to tell him that she actually asked the conversations the registrar had with Martins in recording.
I will need you to explain why you invited him to your office that day before the altercation.
What?
You invited him twice to your office.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. What was the meeting for?
I am not under any obligation to tell you what I discuss with staff or lecturers.
What if I told you the meeting was recorded?
Recorded?
Oh, yeah.
So this all broke and calmed down the nerves of the registrar with all his heated temper, thinking he has all power in his hands. But now the case is about to get more interesting, as now the registrar is thinking that the policewoman actually has a recording of the conversation with Martins, and everything is getting blown up. Now they want to kill the Martins, as the registrar has called Rambo to kill Martins.
You need to do something, Rambo.
What do you want me to do?
You need to eliminate him. We don't have time. Take him down.
Alright, so based on Flora and Kayode's meeting Jesus, Flora actually brought Kayode to Baba Gbenro's house, where Baba Gbenro was already having a talk with Mr. Adegbola, and they were already having heated moments boiling up before, as Mr. Adegbola feels Mr. Baba Gbenro was more concerned about Martins than his missing son.
Baba Gbenro, can I ask you a question?
Please, feel free.
What is more important to you? My missing son or Martin's imprisonment?
And so, what do you guys think? In this movie, do you think Baba Gbenro is more concerned about Martins than Mr. Adegbola's missing son in this episode? So Mr. Adegbola was losing it. He feels Baba Gbenro is doing so little for him in finding his missing son, because all attention was all on Martins. And when they went to visit the registrar, he actually caught Mr. Adegbola short, asking about Martins. Yes, the actual reason for going to Mr. Adegbola was for Martin's case, but Mr. Adegbola too was so trying to give attention to finding Dele, to that Baba Gbenro actually just cut him off and spoke about Martins alone. And so when they got back, things got heated up. He asked him a question that is he actually really concerned about his missing son, Dele? And then Laura called Baba Gbenro and brought the new convert, Kayode, the main kidnapper of Dele, into Baba Gbenro's house as the new convert for him to see and welcome him. And so the actual kidnapper came into the midst of Babangberu, Mr. Adebola, and Flora. And as these things were going, as he was being welcomed, Mr. Adebola received a call from the Ogalopa woman, the inspector of police, and then she was trying to make some efforts. Like, she's gotten some details about investigations. She discovered some things that every kidnappers were actually lured, and she felt her son too was lured by someone. And in the heat of the moment, those two names clashed. By the time she was mentioning that who actually did Dele see last, mentioning Kayode, then Babagberu was mentioning the name of the kidnapper, the new convert, Kayode, and things got heated up.
I think if we find the agents, we will find Dele.
How can we find the agent?
What's your name again?
What did you say his name was again?
My name is Kayode.
His name is Kayode.
Ah, Kayode, welcome!
Jesus. You!
Sir?
He is a bloody criminal until it's proven otherwise.
You don't have right to call him that.
I have the right to call him anything I want.
Mr. Adebola, I'm begging you. This is rational. Who was the kidnapper?
You can see there was actually almost a brawl in the house as Mr. Adebola got flared up and was like, Babangberu is harboring a criminal in his house. And so, what do you guys think about this part? Do you think Mr. Adebola should give Kayode much more time than he deserves? Because Kayode is actually willing to help, and as you can see from the video, he has actually given his life to Christ. He doesn't want to escape the consequence of his actions, but he's just willing to help find Dele.
But I'm ready to do whatever you want me to do, even if it's to go undercover. If you give me a few more days, I will expose this light that I have seen to the darkness in this school. I want to live for Jesus.
Mr. Adebola is still very furious at him for kidnapping his son.
If anything happens to my son, I promise you, young man, I promise you, you will rot in jail.
Babagberu too is now very furious at him for pointing a gun at Martins.
Mr. Martins,
You know him?
I just wish I could see him so that I can tell him how sorry I am for pulling a gun at him.
You did what? You did what? Babagberu, calm down now. Calm down.
So we now know that, and they know where to find Dele now. At least they have an edge in finding where Dele is.
There it is, there it is. There it is, there it is.
Alright, so also Babangberu and Mr. Adebola went to the registrar's house to talk about Martins, and the registrar actually sent them packing. He actually sent them out of his office.
Here to talk about one Mr. Martins, who was reported to have insulted you. Can we please discuss about his release?
Can you get out of my office? I have other things to attend to.
Thanks for your time.
He knows Martin knows the secret and is ready to reveal his secret and doesn't want any attention from anybody concerning Martins. He's claiming Martins is mentally ill and actually went to the press to say his own side of the story without Martins actually having a chance to say his own side, because he has actually gotten him arrested and locked him up in the prison for assault. So basically Martins can't say his side of the story. His temper has landed him in jail, and now he has the son of Babagberu being rude to come and help him, out of the cell he's currently in. And basically Beru has told him that you cannot be fighting spiritual battles with your physical efforts. So you need to fight spiritual battles with prayers.
Martins, you should be wiser than this. You had once been in this pit before. You have no reason whatsoever to go back in there.
Beru, I am here because I fought to expose the truth. I fought to expose the truth.
Fight a pig and you hand dirty. The last time you tried fighting evil with your powers, where did it get you? This is all you get when you try fighting spiritual battles with physical weapons, you end up making a fool of yourself. Weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God in pulling down on strongholds.
Now we know Martins is dejected and he wishes he had like brought his father to Jesus when he had the chance, and he's so feeling bad. He wants Jesus to forgive him for what he has done. He wishes he can cool his temper down a little bit and just give all the battle to Jesus to fight for him. But
I'm sorry, I messed up. Oh, I messed up. I wish I was more patient. I wish I had better control of my emotions.
I think he has understood the consequences of his actions and what his actions has gotten him into, and he's talking to God for to help him, to take him off this, that he's going to give him the battle and God should take all the battle and fight for him. So what do you think about the registrar sending Babagbenro and Mr. Adegbola out of his office and releasing a press statement to the press that Martins is mentally ill and people should discard whatever he has to say, based on the fact that Martins already has a mental history based on his father torturing him through the third dimension, and people were thinking he was mad. So there's a lot of things going up at the moment, and we believe Martins will be in a cell for a while. Chief Duro Sanya is very furious with the registrar because of what the registrar and how the registrar spoke to him and the things he did to Chief Duro Sanya while talking to him on the phone. So basically, the movie ended with Chief Duro Sanya going to meet Rambo, the major principality of the school, the major terrorizer of the school.
Who be that?
Person want see you.
Who?
He talk say when you see him, you go sabi am.
Who are you?
Good afternoon, Rambo.
You have not answered my question.
My name is Chief Duro Sanya. I have a job for you.
And we don't know what they have in common. We don't know what Chief Duro Sanya wants to, the offer he wants to make Rambo for. And you can see Rambo is like very shocked to see Chief Duro Sanya in his presence, and we don't know what they want to say. So what do you guys think Chief Duro Sanya wants to tell Rambo to do? Do you think Chief Duro Sanya wants to tell Rambo to kill the registrar? Do you think Chief Duro Sanya wants to tell Rambo to go and kill his friend Bade? What do you think Chief Duro Sanya wants to do? I want to see your comments in the comment section box. Okay, so before I conclude my part, I'd like to say in episode 6, I'm thinking with Kayode's help, Mr. Adegbola and Babagbenro will maybe actually find with Kayode's help, Mr. Adegbola will actually find Dele, and Dele will be like back home to his father's arms. Father will welcome him back in his arms, and maybe things will be better. We also see that basically the policewoman has threatened the registrar that she has a recorded version of his conversation with Martins. So this is actually dejecting the police, the registrar, and the registrar has already contacted Rambo to kill Martins. So things are getting heated up. But I'm sure episode 6, Rambo might not even try to kill Martins anymore, since the Duro Sanya has gone to meet him for another offer. And Rambo goes with the biggest offer he can see. So I'm feeling Chief Duro Sanya will offer Rambo a very great offer I won't be able to reject, which is either to kill Bade or to kill the registrar. Either of the two, I don't know yet, but something crazy is gonna go on in episode 6. Also in episode 6, I feel after Kayode has helped Mr. Adegbola to find his son, maybe Mr. Adegbola will temper mercy with justice and not like send Kayode to prison for all what he has done. He will forgive him because Jesus Christ has forgiven us of all our sins, and if you hadn't had mercy on us, where would we be today? So I feel, based on Babangbero's influence, Chief Mr. Adigbola would like forgive Kayode for all his trespasses. Even Kayode is so sorry for what he has done, and I think he has converted his life and given his life to Jesus. And we feel episode 6 will be more of conclusion part. Dele will be found, Martins will be released out of the cell. Rambo might take Chidro Sonya's offer. The registrar might be on his toes, but they will not get what he wants in the actual, like, wanting Martins dead, and Bade might even be on the run too. If Chidro Sonya actually tells Rambo to go and kill Bade, this is basically what I'm concluding. What do you guys think will happen in episode 6? Let me see your comments in the comment section. Thank you.